It's time for another battle to commence in PlayStation Lifestyle's Versus series. In this episode, we're pitting the PlayStation Portable up against the PlayStation Vita. It's the war of Sony's handhelds, so let's do this. First things first, let's take a look at the hardware itself. The PlayStation Portable had solid build quality which set it apart from the plasticky hinge that would soon break original Nintendo DS. Its large screen with its 16:9 aspect ratio is a cut above the competition, providing enhanced quality for gaming and, of course, watching videos on the go. The original Vita also nailed it when it came to the screen. Rocking an OLED panel that looks simply gorgeous made games appear more vibrant and pleasing to the eye. It was so nice, in fact, that many gamers, including myself, chose to pick up the older generation PS Vita over the newer version, which used a less energy zapping but also less impressive screen. Looking at the many versions of the PSP, it's clear to see that Sony did make some improvements with a slimmer design, more colours and whatnot, but never did we see massive hardware changes that really benefited the player, except with the PSP Go, which was a nifty little side grade that aimed to make the PlayStation Portable more portable. Some liked it, but most didn't feel there was a need for it. Then the PS Vita came along and added the feature that most gamers wanted, and which finally made portable 3D worlds actually a joy to navigate: a second analog stick. This, along with the bevy of other new features like the multi-touch touchscreen, rear touchpad, cross-play support across systems, a beefed-up remote play option, built-in microphone, GPS, motion control, front and rear camera which allowed for AR games, resulted in a Sony Portable that really meant business, and even with the seemingly overwhelming competition from Nintendo's 3DS, Sony seemed to at least have a chance, if combined with the right software, of course. The PSP had great support from the offset, with Wipeout Pure, Ridge Racer and Lumines all getting picked up and played by yours truly at launch. Metal Gear Acid was my next purchase, and I was pleased to be playing an exclusive portable Metal Gear experience. The killer apps and system sellers were abundant, and for the more hardcore PSP owners, emulators could be installed which allowed for portable classics and other community-created applications and content. The Vita didn't start off so strong. It did at least have the support from the Naughty Dog produced but Bend Studio developed Uncharted Golden Abyss, and there was Wipeout 2048, but that was about it, and the high price, which you also had to add another stack of dollars onto for the memory card, put a lot of gamers off. JRPGs ported across to the Vita have helped it grow a substantial following in the West, but the lack of other first and third-party support has led to the Vita selling poorly and being treated by Sony, when it is mentioned, as more of an add-on to the new PlayStation 4. Cross-play and remote play functionality means that the Vita can be used to play games you own for PS3 and PS4 on the go. But if you're a gamer looking for anything more than a crap load of RPGs, a bunch of indies, and a way to continue your at-home gaming sessions when you're out and about, then the Vita hasn't much appeal. While Sony stopped including individual platform sales in its reports in 2012, we do at least know that the PlayStation Portable was very successful, selling over 76 million units. The Vita, on the other hand, failed to gain traction in Europe and North America. The 3DS was proving a tough competitor, and even the PSP, with its end-of-life deals, was beating Sony's latest handheld endeavor. Advertisements for the PSP were everywhere at launch, and as more and more exclusives came to the platform, marketing didn't slow down anytime soon. Limited edition PSP consoles launched for a wide variety of games all over the world. The PS Vita, which had mass appeal in Japan, as all Sony's consoles do, enjoyed solid marketing campaigns and limited edition consoles over there, but in North America and Europe, support was a lot less apparent. The Vita started off slow, and we never really saw Sony make a push to improve sales. Price cuts on the system itself just couldn't entice with the lack of must-have games and pricey storage options. First-party titles were barely making an impact, and third-party support was rapidly diminishing. The PSP started strong and continued to sell even up against tough competition. Solid support from Sony and third parties meant must-haves were never in short supply. Vita's hardware was solid, but what good is a near-perfect platform if there isn't much to play on it? And so the PSP takes the win today, with the Vita, despite having great hardware, lacking in everything else. Let us know in the comments if you agree or disagree, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more video content. This has been me, Mac, for PlayStation Lifestyle. Goodbye.